I'd like just to talk about two things. And in a way, the challenge, I think, for science and scientists of both the growing use of complex models and also about big data. When I was at school, science was very much still in the sciences about truth and facts. Water boils at standard temperature and pressure at 100 degrees centigrade. It did in 1790. It did for me this morning. And I think I'm pretty confident it will in 2050 or 2100, whatever the impacts of climate change are. Whether we can achieve standard temperature and pressure in 2100 is another matter. But it's based on some fundamental physical laws, and that's what science was about. It was understanding the physical laws and then being able to make really robust predictions. But of course, in areas like climate change, we're modeling lots of as yet imperfectly understood and interacting complex systems. And I think sometimes we forget to remind people that actually, as scientists, we do use these complex models, but actually, if we go right back, they are based on some pretty solid, simple physical laws. Actually, increasing CO2 does increase the temperature. The difficulty is we've got all these other systems that are interacting with that, so that means that we can't tell you whether it's going to increase the temperature where you happen to be standing at the moment, but we can tell you that it is going to increase the temperature. And I think, therefore, we no longer have the simple answers, and I think it makes our communication problem very difficult, because when we are on the Today programme, you've got a few seconds, not very many words, and what they desperately want is a brief and simple answer. And then there is this terrible temptation, this lure of numbers, to give, to give a powerful number. But of course, what all those complex models give us is this range of probability, a whole range of numbers. And actually that enables Fox News to pick and choose which of these numbers they would like to tell you. So I think there is a real challenge of, as scientists, reminding people that even when we're working with simple models, actually with complex models, and actually I think reminding ourselves when we're working with complex models, that we can only do things with them if we are confident about the basic physics that they start from. And we sometimes need to keep reminding ourselves, actually, of the limits to the prediction they can do. I think and I could probably offend quite a number of people in the audience here, so I think that's what distinguishes scientists from economists. In the House of Lords, I sit on the Europe Committee, so I don't know how many people have come and presented evidence to our committee about the gravity law for trade. Please do not mistake this for the gravity law of attraction, for example, between celestial bodies. One has an outstanding basis in physics that we understand. The other one is a useful bit of modeling and quite interesting, but I don't think all of its predictions will turn out to be reliable. The other thing I wanted to say a few words about was what I shall call the new age of empiricism, which is big data. And actually the perception now, I think, that is developing that science is just about getting machines to find patterns in huge data sets. So everyone's a scientist. Or perhaps we don't need scientists anymore. And I think sometimes we need to remember some very simple things. And I would draw your thoughts back to the danger of correlation without causation. A physical law is very useful if you're going to try and do extrapolation. And it reminds me of a lovely slide that one of my staff at Aston University showed some years ago in her inaugural lecture. It was data for a small German town, and it was a plot showing the increase in births at the local maternity hospital over the last 20 years and the increase in the stork population. That is the difference between machines analyzing big data and scientists applying what they know. So no scientists, I think we could be going back to the Dark Ages. Thank you very much.